Hi Gemini, it's Kendrick from Providence. I'm going to be reading your cards for this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's the end of your season. We're going into Cancer season. Your season was really crazy, unpredictable, all the things. Man. A card did fall out for you while I was doing the shuffle, and it is the Six of Swords, which is Mercury in Aquarius. So this is an exaltation, right? And this is talking about moving on to, a better situation. Or it could just be moving on in your mind, mentally, your perspective. It's kind of like leaving a situation that might have been a little unpredictable, a little bit difficult to grasp, these concepts that you were feeling challenged by. You may no longer be feeling challenged by them anymore, right? Mercury is talking about quick thinking, and Aquarius is talking about knowledge and friendship. So this could be like, um, you know, quick thinking and movement that's happening. This is talking about the day to day maybe being unpredictable. And that's why there's a sense and there's a need and there's a focus, there's a call to move on, because the conflict that came prior to this decision, or to this understanding that there was a need to move on, or there was a need to detach, there was a need to create distance, because this Six of Swords is related to the Lovers, which is Mercury. And this is Mercury, but it's also in Aquarius, and that's talking about travel as well. Esoterically, Mercury is esoterically, on a deeper level, Aquarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is talking about expansion and travel, right? Opening your mind up to a new situation. So this is kind of like understanding that a change is occurring. There is a shift. There is a new experience that is about to be had. And right now the North Node is actually in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, and we're in Gemini season, or at the end of it. This is the beauty of change. This card is also talking about science. So it's saying like all of the elements that came together in order to orchestrate this situation in the way that it has, it has been orchestrated. And this is reasoning as well. Okay? You understand someone's reasoning. Alright, that's just the first card, of the one that fell out. So another 6. This is really cool. So this is Jupiter in Leo, right? Jupiter is talking about expansion. I did say Jupiter was the esoteric ruler of Aquarius, being that this card is Mercury in Aquarius. Jupiter is growth. It's expansion, it's knowledge, and it's wisdom. And Leo is talking about the self, so you could be, you could have learned something about yourself here, right? And it made you feel you may be more mature, or maybe you just feel like, there's more for you to understand about yourself, right? And Leo is kind of like one of the you're getting in the middle. It's not one of the younger signs, but it's kind of, it's down there in the 20s perhaps, or in the 30s, like the late 20s and into the 30s, I believe, something like that. Anyway, this is talking about the beauty of change that happens in oneself, right? You should invite change, right? You should hope that you yourself would experience changes that would spark growth, right? this is talking about creation and creativity and expression. So we definitely are trying to show and present the best parts of ourselves and the best, aspects of our personality. Just because the 6th here is related to the 6th house of Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, and that has a lot to do with personality. And Leo definitely has a lot to do with personality. That type of thing. This could even talk about, the relationship that you have with yourself, okay? And realizing what your strengths and your weaknesses are, okay? Yeah. The 3 of Wands, you got a lot of fire, Gemini. So, the 3 of Wands is talking about waiting for something to happen. You could be waiting in anticipation for some changes, because this is Aries here, You could even be needing to speak or needing to act in a way that has to do with you speaking up or saying something, because the 3s are talking about 3rd house, which is communication, and so is the 6th house, right? What are you saying and what are you doing? And the 6s also talk about the meaning behind something as well. 3 of Wands here is talking about how connected you are to something, this is almost like the act is now behind you, right? You've already done, or the act is behind you. The happening is behind you. You want to put something behind you, perhaps even, But this is definitely like being anxiously waiting for something to happen, or someone to do something. Or this could be, needing to know what to do, okay? 10 of Swords, the ruin of something, right? So I'm saying leave it behind you, whatever it is. You have to put the past behind you in order to experience, to celebrate a new perspective. This is Sun in Gemini. The 10s are related to the 10th house of Capricorn. It's like time. So this could be talking about time being a factor here, a long time, the ending of something. Something has the end. The time has ended for something. You could be saying my time is up with something, right? Gemini does talk about this could even be how children are connected to their parents, that kind of thing, right? Because the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, and that's kind of like the father. And then Gemini energy is very much the child, and the sun is very much like parent and child. But this is definitely saying that there's an ending, right? And this 6 of Swords definitely supports it. Has to probably do with the relationship, because this is 16 and 1 and 6 reduces to a 7. And it does talk about needing to communicate in order to move forward, okay? If you'd like to get a reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot. My personal account is NYC Kendrick. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment.